We are in the studio and we will love to have you join us. Everything is better with a purpose. I'm currently in a mental season of finding the why for my next projects. My goal is always to increase your options as a maker, and that requires me to be an obedient student first. So I have something for you. It's a little crop top. I hope you try it this weekend. Aside from your sewing machine and your fabric, you'll need your scissors, tape measure, pins if you use them, and thread. That's it. Whether you're using fabric scraps as I did or buying fresh material, you can sew this blouse in under an hour. If you're using fabric that's 60 inches wide, you'll need about 30 inches of fabric. But let's just say 60 inches at 1 yard. And if you're using fabric that's between 36 and 45 inches wide, you will need 1.25 yards. That's it. As usual, we'd simplify things. We'd use a rectangle. I know on the screen it looks like a square, but it isn't a square. The length is a little bit longer than the width. But what you want to do is make sure the width can go around you. The point is, you want to get in and out of it without having to struggle. So that would be your head and your arms. You'd need 3 measurements. The widest part of your body, be it your hips or your bust. You'll need the length you would like your top, and then measure your head, because you got to get that head in and out of the neckline. You don't want the neckline to be too wide or too small. So measure your head and add about 3 inches to it, or you just pin it first and you will know exactly what works. Fold a rectangle lengthwise in 2 and you'll have 4 layers. Back and front is the same measurement, so you're cutting all together. It will have a center fold in the front and a center fold in the back. From the top edge of the fabric, near the raw edges, measure down 2 inches. And that's 2 inches in. And from the edge where the armhole would be, away from the fold, measure down 2 inches and you go 4.5 inches in. Get that? 2 inches down, 4.5 inches in. The following pictures would give you an understanding of the cutting process. If you need to look through them, look through. If you don't need them, skip. Your seam finishes matter. You want to make a clean and tidy garment. So even on quick projects, you can pink, zigzag, turn under, or serge your seams depending on the thickness of your fabric. Do a test swatch first. You have 4 pieces for this project, front and back, and the sleeves that you will use at the armhole. The sleeves are basically a tunnel. Well, a piece of fabric that you will make into a tunnel. So you go all around them with your serger or whatever else you're using, and that will be the next step, preparing them for the next step. I call this a trouble-free project, but I have to be honest, some people are absolute beginners, meaning they'll have to pay more attention and take more time. What I'd advise you to do is pin and baste as necessary. That way, when you pin it and baste it, you can try and see that everything lines up. And when everything lines up, then you sew. That way, you will only have to do it once. Now you're on the final stretch. You're hemming it. Again, you can use whatever size hem you want, but I'm using 5/8 of an inch, a single fold, because I'm working with scraps here, but this is it, the hem. Now, there you are, and you're done. What you can do from here is you can omit the extra pieces that I use for the sleeve. It makes it simpler. Or you can extend the length of it and make a long top, or make it even longer and make a maxi and put 2 splits or 1 split. It's your choice, but it's quick and beautiful. Don't forget, you can add a belt if you wish. And that is, if it's longer, you can add a belt and have a whole new look. If you enjoy these quiet studio moments, you'll find more inside my creative home at All My Ways Andrea. As always, thank you so much for being here.